Can I steal a piece of paper? I forgot my notebook today.
Yes, of course.
There will be a bunch in here.
Welcome to the first ever Kingdom's Reign campaign, Chorus of Recursion. The year is 1214 ATR. Dinartha and Amenhotep's war has been on a yearly reoccurring ceasefire for 5 years now, and there's much optimism that this will be the year that the two kingdoms reach a peaceful treaty. But political tensions seem to rise with each passing day nonetheless. However, you both are far from politic. You are ankle deep in the mountainous swamp lands of the island of Chieftain Isle. This is our world map up here behind me, as you can see. Chieftain Isle is right here. We're sent here on behalf of one of the many corporations of Partis, the shadowy organization known as Hush. Little is known about how Hush actually functions, and nothing is known about its origins, founders, or current leaders. In the past months, you were each sent a letter with Hush's insignia on it, with precise directions and exactly enough troops to get you where you were going. For your own reasons, you knew you only had one option, which was to accept. Now, Chieftain Isle here is known for two things historically. One, this is the island that the barbaric Scourge created their anti-kingdom in, their anti-kingdom in order to fight back against the established kingdoms. They were led by the barbarian chieftain bastard Radix Draconic Reaper. All of that ended when the kingdoms defeated the Scourge in the 1,000-Year War, and the kingdoms then took these lands. The second infamous thing that this island is known for is what the kingdoms did after they took the land. The kingdom of Amenhotep made a quick move on the territory and immediately turned it into an island for slave labor. After some protests from other kingdoms, Amenhotep made a pivot and turned the land into a massive world prison that all kingdoms can send their worst criminals to. This prison still stands strong today as a nearly impenetrable fortress with tens of thousands of inmates. You are at least 2 hex strides, which is 100 miles, west of the prison itself. All your letter said was to dock at Slaver's Bay, which you did, and travel 2 far strides, which is 10 miles, east along Garfinger's Trek until you find a hut with a reed stalk thatched roof, where you will be looking for a Hush representative by the name of Cassius. I will post all of that in the Discord. If you guys want to, that is just me. Just chat. If you guys want to go back and read it, it will be in our right here. Okay. I'll start campaign off if both of you give me a nature skill check.
Can we check our characters?
You don't see each other yet.
Oh, okay. We got it. Excellent. Do you want to use some nature?
Yeah.
10.
Great. And I appreciate you that you don't even see you better than Jared already. Jared had I think his first check, he like told me what it is before he added the modifier in, and I was like, Jared, how long have you been this for? Alright. You are will show up first, and you will see. Oh, by the way, do you have your mini, or do you need a mini? Just for today, you need a mini?
Yeah. I don't know if they're not.
Great.
Any bird one will do. No, that's fine. Anyone will do. And it's a bird. I just said any. That's beautiful.
So you arrive. Let me flip this over to a small little hut. There's a hammock that swings right there. The door is open, just slightly ajar. But you arrive first.
I will. Oh, if the door's already ajar, I like very carefully lean in to see if I can see anything.
Sir. Okay, yes. As you stick your head in just ever so slightly, you'll find that the air is thick with dampness. The floor is uneven. There are littered muddy footprints that would have dried if it weren't for the swamp water that seeps up with each step. A crude table stands in the corner with a few rusted utensils and scattered across it. Outside, you find a single hammock frayed at the edges, hanging from two weak trees, swaying gently. Inside, the cobwebs drape the low ceiling, and the only light comes from the door that you're looking for. But there is no people.
I want to investigate this hammock.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. 15.
In woven into one of the threads, you find a lockpick. Okay. Your ears will work. You kind of hear the sloshing sound of water in the distance, and you'll see a cloaked figure or figure walking towards you.
Okay. I'll wait.
Okay.
I'm expecting a person.
Yes. As they arrive, it will be your character, Hayden. I would like Mitchell for you to explain to me what Hayden's character sees when you walk up to him.
You see a 5-foot, burly one, raven crow. So there's a black. I have a picture too.
I'll go put a picture up.
Oh,
I just wanted
get
to.
it.
I wouldn't spoil people's like description as I'm just just look.
Completely dark, brown cloak, like gray streaks through it. Black, black beak. It looks like the beak's almost curved down unnaturally, like as if it's been like pushed down its whole entire life. And then very dark, very light blue eyes. Um, that's what you see. Shadows. We. So.
What does Mitchell's character see across the pond?
Sees a fairly large, 7-foot tall dragon just riddled with scars and battle scars. Light armor because he wants to be as agile as possible,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's like there is a presence to him.
Very.
Yeah. Okay. Just trickle in some swamp water as they go. Which of the two will speak for the first time?
I will yell across the way. Are you Cassius?
I'm Rovar.
Okay. Hey, Malte.
No one.
Assuming you got a letter as well.
I sure do.
I will hold open the door for you.
I duck in because the door is like not for my height.
Yeah. Lovely. The little wooden panels that you step on just like breathe and under your massive weight. And then you guys are just kind of alone there for a minute.
So we saw what exactly?
The table in the ground, and then there's some scraps in the back right corner, which would just seem to be like old fish bones and stuff.
I'm curious on like how old those fish bones are to see if I can tell if they're moldy yet.
You want a nature check? Oh, also allow medicine.
They're the same. That's 9.
DC's weren't. You're not able to tell, but it's not within the last few hours.
And then I will take a seat.
Lovely. Do you have to do perception checks? And you just take a seat at the table?
Yeah.
11.
7.
Excuse me. Okay. And then a few minutes later, in those few minutes, is this awkward silence kind of hanging in the air, just the sound of cobwebs rustling in the wind.
Kind of found a corner and I'm leaning up against it because the table seems too short for me.
I love it. I love it. Like practically, Who seems to appear in the doorway. Who is cloaked, but then will pull back the cloak, and you half expected to see almost someone like yourself underneath, just in terms of like kind of the dark manner. But you find exactly the opposite. You will find a veli, which is the bird race, but each one of their feathers seems to be like a different, bright, vibrant, intricate color, which just kind of creates this weird dancing effect as he appears in the doorway in the image. And it'll just say,
Let's get your accents.
and then you do
Yeah. It's like Holden fruits. Not so calm. Oh, which fruit?
yeah, that's today we almost opened up a whole section for slurs, and I think we're just
I nice how my slang.
what you're doing the next few days, but that's a good one. Fruits.
Yeah.
Okay. He would just say, "Anything for dinner, I see." Failed attempt at a joke. One Captain's chase. Acting and accommodating really was my forte. I can't see this. Undoubtedly, you were here, sent by Hush to meet me.
Yes, we received the letters.
Are you mute? Or just choosing to be quiet?
We were sent here to talk, and you're the one that has all the information.
I must. We know all the time. That's all. We're talking right now. Need both of you to help me find and infiltrate an elusive city. The city isn't easy to find if you know where it is, and it's not quite easy to break into either. That's exactly what we're going to be doing. So that's step 5. Not step 1, you see. Step 1 is to break out turtle people from a nearby prison.
Do you have like 3 minutes?
3 minutes? What do you need me to do?
Let's look at maybe just feed him, and then I just wanna really went back in that rug.
You should bring him over here and I'll just feed him as I go. Yeah, thanks. And he'll say, do you guys, is there anything on your face that is telling when he says break out of a prison? I mean,
No, my character is completely stone-faced.
okay, what do I mean?
Stoic, no reaction.
Okay, lovely.
I'll imagine you have a smolder. That kind of.
And he says that we can't tell because
You feel so confident in this endeavor.
What did they do?
And he goes, you're worried about what they did. You should be worried about the person.
Well, that was the next.
And he goes,
Step. Wrong step. One. Is if they deserve to be like.
they tell you what step we're on. We're wrong. Kansas free is not the world prison. We needed somebody to break out of the world prison. We wouldn't. No. There's a much smaller prison. 8 strides south of here. I think that is 4 miles. What they did is not an open concern.
what is their importance?
Their importance is that they're going to, just like you, help me get into this city. If you're asking their skill set, their most useful skill set to me is that. Is that I have leverage on them, like I do you.
I like that.
um, wow. So he said, yeah, the most important thing is that he's got leverage on. But yes. I've done all the hard work. I went to the nearby Amen library and I got a copy copy and transcription of the map for you, which is I've done up at work, you see. Transcribing something's not very easy. You have to flip the page over, look at it, transcribe it with Charles, and touch it up, then I have to do some revisions. Save you the heartache. You really don't want much of this is going to be interesting. So, for the donut, say thank you, and I don't want to speak up. You can tell that the penciled areas is what he's transcribed over.
Okay.
It does seem that, yeah, he's like done a copy of this somewhere quickly, briefly in the library. And then he, over top of it, these seem to be the walls. He seems to have written in blue ink a path. And he says, you're going over the roof. Get up onto the wall here, travel down one of these locations, and break into the roof there. And this is the cell that I need you to get into. You'll be coming from north.
Sounds simple. All right.
I thanks. And he says, let's fight out. Go back to Slater's Bay, or along Garfinger Track, and then you will be going, taking the first boat heading to port in South Houghton. I will find you there.
My character remembers that, even though I haven't written this
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
I'm not gonna have to. If you guys take
Mine loosely remembers it.
yeah.
I'm making sure who am I gonna fight?
But you will both know at least the very minimum how far is in Hajin, which is one of the old kingdoms, but they've now been subjugated under the warmongering Amenhotep. So you guys will be going into an Amenhotep city, which if you're essentially a citizen, it's kind of like hostile territory in pretty much everywhere in the world. And I can get this map back up and show you that essentially what the step he's talking about you guys taking is to get on up here, go to the Stone Stars Trigger, go down to the channel, come to Tania, and right here is Port Papa.
So that's after we get to know the prince.
Yes, you didn't want to do that.
What about step 60?
Do that. Stefan apparently is getting into the elusive city.
Yeah.
And you can both do a history check to see what you know about elusive cities. It's kind of in the zeitgeist.
So I'm assuming I know as a person, not my character. I got 4.
Okay.
Character.
The biggest thing that you may know with a 4, I don't know your life experience. Well, I would say Feather Strand would be go to probably your character's first thought of
Oh, elusive city. Yeah, it's a flying
city.
So it's physically elusive.
Yes.
Yeah.
15.
15 is not too bad. You would have heard of a couple of things. You would with Featherstrand as well, which is his race. If he comes from the Kingdom of Talisman, which normally his race does, they have a city that they figured out how to fly. There would also be the city of Featherstrand's right here, kind of just in the ocean flying. This city right here, Tyrol, is in the middle of the jungle called Salatine Jungle, and that jungle is known for being incredibly hard to navigate and incredibly thick. Think like Alaskan bush, and then the city's right in the middle of it. So you would think of that, and then the only other thing that maybe you hear legends about, but not know if it's true, is that Alatula, people have been leaving their capital, Phlegia, and people are just disappearing. And there's theories that they're going to a city, but they don't know where. And then I would also probably,
I'm assuming there's other theories, but they're like just straight up leaving as well.
yeah. There's a
The stars.
yeah, yes,
So,
yes, exactly.
oh, we can talk conspiracy theories later.
Jones,
That's why I mentioned that.
awesome. Cassius will then say, now keeping, and who you have to kill, what you have to do. The hush doesn't matter. But I will tell you that if you get yourself not, I have something for you. However, this time, it will not be to rescue you. You get my
Understand.
and he says, second last piece of business. I do not want you telling these two people you rescue about our mission. Don't care what lie you have to sell them, just get them to South Alpar. You can, however, tell them I am on behalf of Hush. Now for your favorite thing. You have two bags. Places them on the table, big, stuffy bags, and he will say, inside each of those is 23,500 chirps. I must not hear from you again about currency. So that is our world's currency. Essentially, if you're familiar with D&D currency, it's D&D currency times 100. I will put a quick guide to it in our chat, and you can see what that's worth. But you were just given 235 cent them. I'm going to get a handout for that eventually, which you guys can have. Here it is.
No bad mouthing. I was the one who created it.
Yeah, I'm a very that hasn't do it.
It's the thing like, this thing costs. Yeah.
I will never really ask you about what your denomination is, which are all of these names here. Like, I won't be like, what is it, 23,000? How much of it is in penguins? How much of it is in galls? How much? That's just way too much to worry about. All you need to know, for the most part, is that you have 23,000 of these, and this is the D&D equivalent. So 100 chirps is one gold in D&D.
And should have bags that have, basically, we have money bags. That basically just like, remember? Because I think some are a magical item, right?
It's the banker's note.
You're the banker's note.
I'm going to tell you if those are like widely accessible by the common man,
Yeah.
like how widespread they are, or it's just accidents.
Yeah. You have links, you don't need them. You can have freelance when you have them. So
Doesn't matter to me. You can have a banker's note. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into macros how much you're holding and stuff. So cool. He will say.
None.
You will.
a very, very quiet conversation.
Yeah. You understand? Does anyone say anything? Or will someone do something?
Well, I have a piece of paper, like memorize it.
Investigation check.
That's a natural 20. I got this in the back of my head.
Sure. Coming close. Look at the bottom right of that very closely. Your character will pass the ring with brains coming. That's the whole point of what you're about to find. Flip it up. It's up there.
Bottom right?
Yes.
This spot here. North, south, east, west.
Right.
Oh my god. He's got his cardinal ring.
Yes,
Right?
he transcribed it upside down. He even said that he was on the back of it. He had to hold it up, right?
Oh my god.
And that's would have been, if assuming this wasn't then that would have been the wrong. You wouldn't be going
To be clean.
You need to be going to this one because east and west is small.
Okay.
So, for all intents and purposes, I would tell you that you know it's this one.
Yeah. And I'll
Like,
mark it
if you want.
Yeah. So So go on. Not this kind of yeah.
Nice catch. You guys should watch yesterday's stream if you want when you get home. That's Eric and Griffin did your chapter. Didn't get those.
Oh. So,
Good job.
fruit. Show it to you, man. It's a fucking yeah.
Lovely. You can give me an insight check as he says that. Just as your character seems to be stoically reminiscing on the encounter you just had. Plus, your intelligence, which is nothing. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's wisdom. That's it.
Is it?
Wisdom says yeah.
No worries.
Okay. Lovely. You guys can start with this.
Yes.
Alright, we're hit 7. It starts to pick up in the rain, and some of the lightning starts to crackle off in the distance. This island, you guys are probably just wondering the whole time how the hell the Scourge, which is the chief or the barbarians in our world, ever lived here as like a society, because the place in this land just seems to be completely unforgiving. However, you will both, as the sun is really going down, you will see a group of 4 people walking up in the distance.
They're doing figure types or just kind of just figures.
I would tell you they don't wear armor. They wear cloaks. So you don't think that they're barbarians, but they're all taller, than half size creatures. But
Okay, so
they don't seem to be of any guard or anything like that. I just want to give you guys a second to game plan if you wish before they actually come up to you. This territory too is technically in Amenhotep's territory, where free people don't really just visit.
Right.
It's not a tourist area by any means. So, yeah.
I think we can take him.
Let's just continue walking by and see what happens.
As you guys go a little closer, one of them kind of shouts over the water. He goes, "That's them." And as you guys get closer, you will be in a giant waste of water. Anywhere outside this square is going to be difficult terrain. As you guys are in here, any square that has water will also be difficult terrain, but then any other colored square will just be regular walking speed. As they grow closer, the man that is speaking, kind of walking in front, seems to have an item on him that lots of you have probably always heard of, but maybe not even believe it existed or never seen one yourselves. Perhaps you have. He's called the Zing Flinger along his back, which is our equivalent of gun, essentially.
Yeah.
He arrives right here. He does look to be a black half-elf, which is the common race of Amenhotep. He does wear clerical cloaks. Amenhotep's a very religious kingdom. The 3 people around him also look of the same type. He, however, has long, blowing white hair. The people around him step up just a little bit, and they do have blades drawn. And he says, "My name is Lancaster." This is the man you see in front of you. And this is his gun. That up. These weapons are incredibly powerful. You might also know that the more you shoot these weapons, your luck goes down in life. It's like a weird trade-off to getting a very powerful item when your luck plummets. And he says, "Who you see? Yeah. Slavery that you probably seen is the other guy in your group.
Yeah.
His kingdom, if we run into it, was Hearth, which is the only democracy.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy that's going to be here, Abram, his kingdom is Amenhotep, which is the kingdom that did all of the warmongering and all of this stuff. Great. Right on. And the gentleman says, he introduces himself as Lancaster, and he says, I am here looking for the rest of both of you on behalf of my employer. And he is a man that has a query for you. He wants to know if you wish to do battle.
Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for the two people that are here traveling in the name of Hush.
I think you have us mistaken for other people. As you can see, I'm a religious man on a pilgrimage.
One of the guys goes, "What the-" Give me a deception check.
Oh, I think 25.
And he goes, I'll get paid either way. You say you want the man I'm looking for. You want the man I'm looking for. You turned out to be the man I was looking for. It's my employer. He said, have a good day, gentlemen. And he just come on. And one of the guys goes, really frustrated with walking, and then one of them will whisper something to you. And he goes, you're going to kill me the next time you see me. Which is a seems thing for him to say, yeah, you can kill me the next time you see me.
Seems spot on.
Give me a religion check. And then they will disappear.
19.
19. So you would know that in this world, I don't know if you remember this or not, but there's things called right lands, which are essentially heavens for each god.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who's incredibly zealous may see it as a right to die in battle or in service of a god. And that just means I don't actually die. I mean, I do die, but I just wake up in the heaven I want to be in. So I'll die, right? Like if right now, if you could take a pill and wake up in heaven, it's like what they're figuring out. That could be what he's talking about, or did you just be completely psychotic? There's only a couple of gods right on hand with a 19 or whatever you said that you would probably think of as immediately being like somebody that would do that. And the first one would probably be the god of Amenhotep, which is King Cain, who's the god of victory in war, who states that if any of their no marking. If any of their fighters die in valiant war, they go to his right land. Yes. Yeah.
I think I know the second one that he's thinking of.
So did you make your character? And I haven't shipped yet, or
I think I brought was one for day and day.
with printing?
Yeah. So I'm gonna message him as far as that.
Well, crisis averted, I guess. No battle will happen today. But,
My heart slowly just like it's like darn it.
worrying about.
And then I'll look at you and I'll just say, we're gonna battle eventually, just not right now. So they'll be back.
Seems to be maybe a preservation of the battle to come if you guys get into any problems here at the compound, which we will find with no problem. You find the compound, and we can look this over. Did I do an okay job painting your mini?
Oh, great job.
And I will be. I saw it, so I'm not going to be throwing anyone's minis anymore. I have a little mini carrier.
Aw.
I famously broke a bunch of people's minis last week.
We broke and fixed steps, right? Like
Steps,
like the
Jared,
staffs.
Abrams. Yeah, all right.
That's why I was like, no handout.
Yeah,
I kept it like it was in.
Shit on all my character. This one, Jesus Christ. That's right, that's my.
This one?
Yeah. That's the next question. You guys don't even know.
I don't know what the hell that is.
I think you know, but it's honestly I made and I was like, that doesn't work.
So I will be going the way my character believes is the correct way.
Which you would believe is right here.
Right. And so we're going to come from this corner right here, right?
Yeah, you from north, which is just here. Yeah.
And my house is a gate.
What's that is gate.
Okay.
You can see like little fire crackling and almost like bug towers here
Yeah.
and here.
I even marked it with the provision.
Yeah.
So this is the guard tower right here,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
And so,
Hold it up to a light, it's like the exact mark that he has.
and so these guard towers, are we seeing anybody stationed there?
Not looking out.
Not looking out.
So I do an investigation on the wall to see if there's any cracks or any way to get in sneakily.
Yeah.
And then I have a question to that.
Yeah. What's their
Oh, how tall is it?
And
is a $20-foot wall. You will be able to find that there doesn't seem to be like any weak point in the wall or opening, but the stones that make the wall kind of create for natural handholds to climb.
Okay. What were the last guys wearing?
They were just kind of like wearing just vague tan cloaks for the most part.
Okay. So a little bit like mine.
Yeah.
Do I know that's the official guard livery on Amenhotep, or would I know what that might look like?
Yeah, you need a history check to kind of decipher what an almond guard would look like.
Okay. That's a 6.
You are not sure if
Okay.
this guy is representative of what you would think a guard would be.
Okay.
You know, just basically of their colors, which are purple and green.
Okay. I'll cast disguise self on myself to make myself like 5-6 inches taller,
Okay.
and then myself.
Okay. What's up?
And then I'll like throw the hood off and just wear like so I look like what's that guy just looks noticeable.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go if I'm gonna get closer to the wall.
Yeah.
Until we get to somewhere, and then I don't see anybody yet, right? I'm gonna cast Misty Step to the top of the wall.
I thought we were gonna go in where you see the light.
No. My God, I know. I knew Misty Step to the top of the wall. I can tell up to 30 feet to 100 that space you can see.
You'll just see him like stand there,
Yeah.
you'll blink, and then he's gone.
And like a little bit of thunder.
Is there a little stone? Your cloak.
That's actually way cooler. If it was like a stone version of me that crumbles.
That's actually
Standing on top of the rails and like, I'm crashing down and I'm just like, fuck off, and then you'll drop.
great. Up here, you do think that if you just kind of like hop on here, it might take a little bit of that. But for the most part, the wall is 2 feet wide, so like your foothold is going to be pretty secure.
Okay.
And it's really dark out now that the sun's gone down. You guys have traveled 4 miles, so it would take somebody really looking for somebody up there, or you guys to fall and make a loud noise for somebody to come over.
Is there anywhere I can position a some sort of rope?
At the center of the top, there is like a wooden stake that it seems like is one of the weight bearing.
Okay. Let's do it. I'm trying to find no.
Okay. Give me a nature check.
Okay. So what?
Do you want this roll hidden or do you want it public? Go for it. Okay. Awesome. And then he dropped the rope down to you.
receiving flying the rope. And also using the stone to kind of
Bubble. No.
like a balance just in case I fall.
Is
Just
there mods to that?
No.
Okay. Awesome. You will get about 10 feet up, and you will see your knot just going and fall through, and you have a split second to grab or not grab.
I don't think I'm able to pull him up. It's a
Good boy.
no, I'll let it fall.
He's holding it, or he actually tied it up, but you got about 10 feet up, and you'll fall. Boom! Give me, I'll let you do a dexterity saving throw to attempt to land with that damage here. But it's gonna, you need to be cat like reflexes on the landing. Okay. Well, you hit the ground. You actually see him. Okay. So you would make noise, but I'm gonna say that somehow you just kind of like land, and you just like sure. Yeah. Did we fall?
And then my spell, I'm gonna use a message. So it's like I just like pluck out a little feather and I drop it. And then you'll hear as it comes down, and you'll basically just feel like you're much heavier than I expected.
You at this point might think, I mean, they're
All by myself.
lovely. Give me an athletics check.
19.
In the room, all making no, you find no problem, and you get up with him as well. And you can see him after speed. You send the message down, you're kind of like, is he okay? Like,
Yeah.
maybe did he fall on his neck?
I'm gonna punch him just straight in the shoulder, like forward.
Very small.
Yeah.
That'll jar some loose for sure. Okay, you guys have
Draw me again.
Sure.
the rope guy.
Yeah. The rope goes. Did you at least grab my rope? We'll go back for it.
You can go the rope if you like.
Can I tell if he is stealthy? Actually, I should ask him. Are you quiet?
I prefer to go in loud and proud, but I am stealthy when needed.
Okay. I will. Let's see if we can get away without being too loud. It's a prison, I think. I will cast invisibility on him.
Ooh, okay, lovely. You will become invisible. Awesome. Nice. Well, running atop the. Are you guys going to follow the way that was recommended?
It'll be here,
Yep.
along the wall, and then to here.
Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check for running along this 2-foot wide wall. Should be relatively easy. 1 foot in front of the other, after all.
17 for me.
11.
You will both do so without anything on there, without any problem. Take it slow. You're in here. Anything up in the guard tower, you guys get onto the roof where it's just kind of wooden slats laid down.
Right here, and then we'll try and get to right. So we're here. So we got here. Yeah, we're trying to go here.
Yeah, it's like right about here, you'd think.
Okay.
As you take your first step onto the roof, you see that right at the apex up top, there's just a little bird's nest. And you take your step on, and these, for some reason, they made absurdly long planks that lay up onto it. And one of the planks just tilts a little because of your weight. And you would just see an egg and start rolling down, going this way right here. It's just a bird. And an eagle will pop its head up and just watch the egg start to spin towards the ground.
Could I try to catch it?
Yes, you can. You can give me I'll say you'll meet it there, but it's going to be grabbing it, like it falls over the edge and you reach your arm down. Give me a sleight of hand check.
That's 13.
You'll just pull. And then, like, your 2 claws just perch the egg, but don't crack it. And you just bring it up, and there's just an eagle staring at you as you're, like, laying with your front half of your body over the edge.
I'll hold it very carefully, and then I'll get my phone. Let me just look at the eagle, and then I'll look at you, and I'll figure out what I'm doing with
The eagle pokes its full body out, looking at you.
and then
turns its head.
just very carefully bring it back to the eagle.
Okay. as you approach, it seems to just have. It's a quick thing. You would think, that thing is like me. No, it's not like me. It's just your bird nature.
I describe myself to be like a.
That's right.
Yeah. I want to. To an art eagle mount, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think myself to be an eagle.
You do your turn of the beast. You can actually speak to this thing should you so choose. As
Yes, I'm going to speak to the eagle.
okay, what are you gonna say?
I apologize. We have ruined your child back.
I will have both of you give me an animal handling check. I need one of you to succeed here. Because you're speaking its native language, it shouldn't be too hard.
1 to 5.
Mine's 10.
Okay, 10 was the DC, and it will just kind of like, as you approach, it flies. It takes off flying when you're like 5 feet away from its nest.
And then I sit in the nest.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
And then return back to him.
Yes.
A few moments later, the eagle fly back down to its nest. Second crisis of Earth.
Now we're on top of this roof.
Mhm.
Right. And then the green star was where he indicated.
Yes,
Yeah.
the person was, and you believe that you're at the same place there.
Okay.
As you look down at that panel, the nails have been taken out of it, and it just seems to just lay on kind of just resting on the other wooden panels that lay there. Easily pulled.
Now I'll whisper to you. Can you? Yeah. I give him the crowbar if it's required.
Sure.
I'm just gonna use my finger hand on this.
As you lift it up, you will see a almond or tep. I guess I should call them almond or a tep. Which almond tep, almonds are the slave owners, teps are the slaves. But it is a black half elf that has full gear on, which seems odd for a prisoner. And the person will just look up, and then we'll just do this.
I wanna
Motion you to
I
come.
want to activate my packed weapon
Okay.
on me.
Sure.
So what that looks like is it looks like I basically take because it's nailed down, right? All these nails.
Yes.
It basically looks like I take like basically just a slightest sliver out of every single nail to make a full sword.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Love that.
So and then I sheath it just so then it's ready for when we do get into a battle.
This is the character you see.
That looks awesome.
Are you going to jump down?
And I'll jump down.
Oh no, he can't be seen because he's invisible.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And then we'll just look up.
And then he'll see. Okay, I can come down.
Okay, awesome.
Now, actually, I'll whisper message him. And I'll just say there's one more, just letting you know he is invisible.
And then
He can talk back to me too.
okay, he'll say there's one more. She's under the floorboards.
Oh. And then I'll message again and just say, is this with or against?
And he'll say with.
Okay.
Hush.
Yes.
Come down.
I go, no, instead of going hush, instead of saying yes, I go shh.
And that is where we will end our session.
Sweet.
You have found the other group?